With fall setting in Montana, some of us are hopping on a plane to Brisbane, Australia to catch the last warm weather adventure before winter takes hold. I will be joined by Kurt, Eric, and Nathan on this trip. The plan is to meet up with Patriot Campers team and go and explore Fraser Island off the coast of Queensland. It is the largest sand island in the world and a major, iconic four-wheeling destination. All that stands between us and Australia now is a 14-hour flight. Overlander is presented by General Tire. Anywhere is possible. In association with Patriot Campers. And in part by Magpul, apparel and hard goods. Equipped. Warn. Go prepared. CBI Off-Road Fabrication. MaxTrax. Take the easy way out. Icon Vehicle Dynamics. And the power of Red Arc.
Eric, we made it.
We're literally on the other side of the world. That happened fast. And Kurt, Nate, and Eric, we're all down here and at Patriot Campers. So, pretty exciting. We're still jet lagging maybe just a little bit. Just a little bit. We're doing pretty good. We're gonna go in there and we get to check out Patriot Campers. Really good.
What's up, man?
Not much.
How you doing? All good?
We're stoked.
Huh?
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you. This is awesome.
Is it what beautiful? Is it what you pictured?
I didn't know what to picture.
It's good to meet up with Justin and the team over at Patriot Campers once again. We're thankful to be able to work with such a hard-working and forward-thinking company. They have built their company over the last 5 years, specializing in off-road trailers. Justin designed and built the first one himself. And before long, an idea exploded into a company. We are now on Aussie schedule, where we are at the whim of Justin and his crew.
Clay, where are we going?
I have no idea where we're going. Justin,
Sunnies?
I do need my sunnies because
Sitting right there on the...
Justin's making it seem like something that we have to do, even though we're on a tight schedule. He says we'll thank him for it later. We'll be the judge of that, I guess.
Where are we going, Justin?
I've got a little surprise, just a small surprise. I figured you guys come all the way out to Australia. I had to show you something. Now I know you guys are a little bit scared about all the stuff in Australia that can and can't kill you. So I'm going to show you the difference between the two, but don't tell Clay, it's a secret.
We hop in the Mega 6 to cruise on down the road to where our surprise awaits.
I've pulled a couple of strings. I've got some friends here.
Yeah.
My friends are going to take you for an afternoon to do something you have never done before in your life. I can promise you that.
All right.
All right.
If you ask me, I think it involves crocodiles or snakes or some sort. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, something that's my best guess. Involves something scary. We're not going on the rides. We're going in the back door, he says.
Suspect.
Very suspect.
Do you know what we're in for? Do you know what we're in for?
Oh, I don't know. Secrets.
Yeah.
Are you guys thrill seekers at all?
Sure.
Yeah?
Definitely.
Kurt's the
Why not?
How could you not be so
Alright, come on in. So what we're going to do is just sign in.
Alright, so I'm about to lead you into corroboree, which is our Indigenous, local Aboriginal people's stories, and their stories of Australian animals from across Australia. So think of the United States and the Indians, the North American Indians, and how many clans and tribes there are.
Yep.
So the same applies here, but triple it. Think of there were nearly 700 nations of Aboriginal people and Torres Strait Island people in Australia when white man first arrived, and all those nations are now a melting pot, into reservations in their own lands. So what you're going to experience is a bit of that culture, not the full extent, but a little bit of that culture linked to the animals.
ハハハハ
It turns out that the Dreamworld Corroboree focuses specifically on awareness of Australian conservation of animals in the wild. Inside, our first stop is Australia's indigenous wild dog, the dingo. We have been told that this is extremely rare for a guest to be invited into here. The only other time was when a new station was allowed in on the dingo's birthday.
So you can see she's the real timid one. She hangs back. These two are into us, where she's scoping behind us.
That was awesome.
Really wild.
I mean, that's a neat experience. I'm always very cautious around dogs. Sorry, I don't know about you, but
Totally. Those are wild dogs.
those are wild dogs.
It's pretty cool to be able to interact with such crazy creatures. We've had some trepidations about Australia's animals. All we've been told is that everything is going to kill you.
Oh, what a guy, man.
It put our minds at a slight ease meeting some of the animals up close.
Can I drop yours in your mouth? Ready? Open up.
Sure.
Here it goes. Oh, a bit of sawdust in. Oh, it's biting me. You got one with teeth.
Did you bring your Tums?
We head back to Patriot Campers headquarters to meet up with my good friend Rob from HEMA Maps. He stopped by to see if he could come on a trip with us, and it's quickly apparent that the trip we have planned may be evolving into something much bigger.
But we're here in Australia. We have 9 days. If we leave Thursday, Thursday to Thursday at 8, get back on Friday, 9 days, fly out Saturday. The end goal is to compile a trip that really would provide us and the audience a great snapshot of Australia. Really, I mean, give them a taste of it.
And to do that, you've got to go to the outback.
Go to the outback.
You need some red dirt under
You need red dirt.
I mean, Fraser's pretty beautiful. It's one of those secret hidden places that, I mean, it has secret hidden places that I don't tell many people about. Justin and know them up the top. They're really, really special. I mean, it's the largest sand island in the world, but there's nothing like the outback. There's nothing like endless sand dune, one after the other.
So with everything that we got, you know, our timelines, our abilities, our trucks, are we crazy?
9 days is easy. Easy. Across the Simpson, if that's where you want to go.
Fraser Island's been done to death for I don't know how big your Australian audience is,
Okay.
but realistically Fraser Island's been done to death. Right, but then again, so is the Simpson Desert, but not in the way of a 9-day trip from the Gold Coast to Ayers Rock. Like who's done that?
I know this guy who said, the road that teaches you the most about yourself is the road you've never been down.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's test that theory. Let's see if he was right or not. He might have been lying to you.
Are you in?
Yeah, totally. I'm down.
There's a long drive. There's at least 900 sand dunes to cross. You know that, don't you?
I do now.
We'll count.
Doesn't change anything.
We'll count every single one of them.
That's right.
1,
Yeah.
2.
That'll be Eric's job. 1, 2. Okay, well, let's do it.
You've come all this way, then you need to see the outback.
Let's go.
The outback that's Australia. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
We're down here on the beach and this is my stomping ground. This is where I grew up. It's hard to imagine that this is home. We're on the east coast of Australia and we're about to embark on what I think is a pretty legit journey out to the centre of Australia. This plan only came up 2 nights ago. The thought process that we could do it in the time frame that these boys are here, and I got Rob from HEMA involved and we made a plan. We decided we could do it and we've committed to it. But once we get into the Simpson Desert, we're about as remote as you can get in Australia. We've got to be extremely prepared for it, but that's the exciting part of these trips. And when we do these trips and we do them off the cuff like that, this is when I think the best action sort of happens. But on the flip side, we're prepared for it. We have the trucks for it. We've got Rob from Hema Maps with us. There's no better guide of Australia. In the meantime, we're going to load up at Patriot Campers HQ, get the trailers prepped, get all the gear we need, and roll out to the geographical centre of Australia and show these guys just how remote this country truly is. It's going to be an epic, epic journey.
Joining us on this trip will be Justin's boys, Ashton and Christian, as well as Rob's boys, Harry and Benny. It's going to be awesome to have the boys along on such an awesome trip like this.
Right on. What's our ETA out of here?
ETA out of here, so it's going on 4:30 now. We still need to go and do the groceries. We're going to get the groceries, the kids are on their way, the bus has just landed, they're coming home from school, and we'll roll out, so probably a couple of hours we'll hit the highway.
This is really like an hour later. We're finally getting these things on here. There we go. Wow, there's one down.
I have a special guest coming in. I've never met him. His name is Rick. He owns the 79 series, and he insisted that we take it. And then on top of that, he owns a butcher shop 2 hours away from here and insisted that he supplies all the meat for our trip. So he just drove 2 hours to give us all the meat, and he's letting us take his truck, which is amazing.
Thanks heaps. No worries.
How are you?
Hi. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Very well, thanks.
Rick's generosity has us well stocked across the Simpson. All that's left to do now is get a good night's sleep. Tomorrow we hit the road for a 2-day drive to Birdsville, Australia, the very edge of the Simpson, the equivalent of driving from Los Angeles to Denver, primarily on dirt surface. You know, it wouldn't be an adventure without a little setback. Just as we get up and running, a common mechanical issue has crept up within the 79 series.
All right, we're here in Toowoomba, and Justin up front is making a call to see if he can find a local shop that could possibly do a couple little repairs for us. We're not too far on the road today, but we already had a couple little things pop up. One is in the 79, the clutch is slipping just a tiny bit, and we don't want to push it even further. We knew that these clutches could be a problem with towing the trailer and the miles of this truck in particular, so we've got a spare with us. We brought a full clutch set, so we're going to see if we can find a shop here in town that can hurry and swap out a clutch. At the same time, leaf springs in the back. The added weight of the trailer, all the gear we have, got a lot of camera gear, a lot of personal gear, sagging a little back, so we're going to look about possibly putting a bigger spring in the back there. Yeah. So we'll see what updates Justin has.
Well, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm usually the first one to say we'll deal with it when it happens. Yeah. But my gut's telling me we need to change the clutch.
Okay.
It's all part of the adventure.
Yeah. Sorted. Yeah.
I don't know the boys up here, but
we roll into the off-road shop for what will hopefully be a relatively quick fix.
How you doing?
What do you think about all this happening right now?
Every single time we go on a trip this happens. Like every time.
The guys squeeze us into the schedule and perform the repairs in record time.
Thank you, mate. Yeah, great work. Thank you. Well, let me made your work really. Yeah, appreciate it. Well done. No worries.
Let's go to the Simpson.
With the clutch and the springs leveled out, we continue to push towards Birdsville. It's not long before we reach the end of the pavement. We air down the trucks and install rock guards between all of the trailers to keep errant rocks from damaging the trucks. These dirt roads are very similar to the Haul Road in Alaska or the Dempster Highway in the Yukon. They are used heavily to transport all of the construction materials, goods, foods, etc. through the center of the continent and service the remote outback towns.
It's been, what, 3-4 years of hard planning, or hard wanting rather, and it's a privilege to be here. We've all wanted to be in the outback. Only Kurt's been in the outback before, so this is truly special. Thank you.
We're excited to have you here, mate. A little bit different from the original plan of seeing the beach to the heart of Australia, right?
I think it's a 180-degree turn from what we were planning to do, from a relaxing trip to a go-get-it trip, but I don't think we'd have it any other way.
As we near Birdsville, the constant debris on the road strikes a fatal blow. One of the 79 series tires has suffered a flat. Our best guess is that a partially buried piece of steel punctured the center of the tread at high speed.
Yeah, we just had a flat in the rear right-hand side of the black truck. We're only 10 kilometres out of Birdsville, so we're nearly there for the afternoon. But we're going to make it there before the roadhouse closes. Last fuel at 6 p.m. and see what this is all about. Right on the edge of the Simpson Desert soon. It all happens tomorrow. Let's go.
So here we are in Birdsville. Pull up here at the Birdsville Roadhouse, get filled up. I'll also see if great mechanic around here, Barnsley's in town, and then we'll make camp down the caravan park. The vehicle to check out, head down to the pub.
We're going to go find a gentleman by the name of Barnsey, who's a bit of a local character. Runs a roadhouse here, seen a bit of carnage in the desert, and he's probably got one of the most awesome recovery vehicles you'll ever see. Just over there, so we're going to go see if he's here and say hi.
Is it yours?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's an ex-German MAN. It's pretty handy in the desert.
It looks
Lifestyle
handy.
in sandhills, you know. Yeah, I bought it in Brisbane, but it was imported into the country.
Uh-huh.
And I started years ago. I left here in 1996, and I had a mobile home on the back. When I come back for that couple of weeks, it ended up 10 years. I thought, well, bugger it, we'll throw that mobile home off, put a tilt tray on, and might make a quid.
Yeah.
So put a tilt tray on it.
What's the biggest thing you've ever put on the back of this?
Well, it can only really handle like Land Cruiser or something.
Yeah.
It's not long enough, and it's a bit short wheelbase.
So you recover people out of the heart of the Simpson Desert?
I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Once or twice?
Once or twice.
Hopefully not us.
Yeah, I get cold.
If we see this over the next 3 or 4 days, we got a problem.
We arrive at the world-famous Birdsville Hotel, where we settle in for a night of good company, food, and drinks.
So we're here at Birdsville Hotel, originally built in 1884. It's just such an amazing waterhole, such an awesome meeting place of people coming east across the desert, about to go west across the desert. All the local station hands, people that worked here. I mean, just have a look at the history that's on the roof there with all the hats and memorabilia. All sorts of crazy crossings of the Simpson Desert. Yeah, that's where it's at, one of the most famous hotels in the world, right here in Birdsville, Queensland, Australia, on the eastern edge of the Simpson Desert.
We have nearly 1,000 sand dunes to cross over the Simpson via the hardest yet most direct route known as the French Line.
Okay. It was so much better. It was so much better.
It is the first morning of the Simpson crossing, but in order to begin, we must first enter through the door to the desert, a sand dune by the name of Big Red, the largest sand dune in the Simpson.
Ready to send it, boys?
Yeah.
Alright boys, I think we only got one chance to get GoPro failure.
See, get as much speed as you can. Hit it hard, but watch that. Wash out in the middle. Easy.
Nice work, Justin.
Beautiful. Very beautiful. This is our first big view of the Simpson Desert from Big Red Sand Dune.
Big Red's that spot that's either the start of something really big, which we're about to do. It's nice in the still of the morning to just contemplate what's ahead of us.
Only the unknown and some of the world's most remote trails lie ahead. Join us next time as we take on the Simpson as we push forward the geographic center of Australia.